hello. We have with us Penny Bongato. Did I say that right? I was murdering her family name earlier. From the IT BPAP. That's Business Process Association of the Philippines. Let's talk of the issues, Penny. Yung going to the academe, the employment, job matching. Kasi dyan ang main source. But you were saying during the break, miski mga retirees, pwede, mga 40-year-old, pwede rin.
50,
even those
60.
who are proprietors, but they find themselves, they're free 6-8 hours a day, kaya nila, they can run their business on the side. They may still qualify.
That's
Who
right.
do they go to pag ganyan?
They can go directly to the companies. For example, I mentioned to you, I have a friend who was former branch manager of a bank. Retired. Got
okay
his
na
retirement.
siya,
Okay na siya.
Pero,
but he was bored. He was
bored.
bored. He wasn't doing anything at all.
marami alam na yan.
Marami nang alam. May maturity na.
Of course.
So,
yan ang mga importante.
even if the customers would shout, the clients would shout at them, I mean, shout,
literally.
irate customer, they know how to handle it.
May patience
May
na.
patience
Maturity.
na. Maturity. And you know, they were able to find jobs in the BPM industry.
Iba-ibang
Part-time. I have students. I teach. I had students in the past. They were only doing their thesis, and thesis they had so much free time. So they did part-time work.
Na sila.
Yeah, they did part-time work. There are call centers.
But
that
why
do
don't
accept
we
part-time.
have, is it possible to generate a talent pool where all these people, retirees, proprietors, people who find extra time on their hands, in the academe, graduating, non-graduate, undergraduate, even postgraduate, to render or have themselves registered in some cloud. I guess it has to be a cloud, no? So that all the BPOs can now just look into that. Hey, okay, we can take that. Is that possible?
Thinking out of the box, I think it is. Can that be done tomorrow? No, I don't think so.
Not
but
right away.
We're looking at that. In fact, there are technology now that does virtual interviews.
Okay.
Virtual
But
interviews.
mahirap ba ang certification mo? Kasi iba-ibang requirements.
Iba-ibang requirements.
It's not just English speaking.
Yes. So let's go back to the different sectors of the industry. In the animation and the game development, it's different.
Iba
But
na.
they need critical thinking, they need English proficiency, but not as
For
much
communication.
for
Just communication.
communication. Yes. But they would need very high technical skills, usage of Maya, usage of Flash, or usage of
The
certain-
IT, the development services.
Yes.
Yeah.
And for animation, for example, it doesn't mean that if you're good at the
Drawing.
animation software, that you will be good at animation. You have to be good in drawing. And
creative,
creative. And we were just discussing this. You know, you drew the same figure thousands of times over and over again. You have to have the patience to do that too. So it's not just the soft skills that is required, it's also the technical skills of animation, game development.
Even lawyers, di ba?
Legal.
The research, the legal, and once I had a friend who had a 15-man center, BPO center, and what they did was they compressed the data, people building architects that are building abroad, they come in and they have it drafted here by our drafts people.
Yes.
Ang dami natin magagaling draftsmen, architect. That's the second tier after development of idea, the actual drafting. Di ba?
Yes.
Malalaking papel yan eh. So that's another form.
Yes.
Ganon din ang medical prescription.
Medical transcription,
Transcription ang tawag
medical
yan.
coding, medical billing, even the X-ray. Let's say somebody has an X-ray in the U.S. and they need to
Analysis.
read those plates.
Radiologists.
Radiologists that could
Oh
be
my
read
gosh.
in the Philippines and then sent to
Grabe.
the country for the doctor, to the radiologist, the main radiologist to review
Buti
it.
hindi tayo hinahabol ng mga bayan na yan. Inaagaw natin ang negosyo nila.
Di ba meron nga sinabi sa Obama?
Iwanan mo problema na nila yan.
Yeah.
Basta
But you
tayo
know,
employment.
again, what we said is kasi they need to be competitive also in their country.
Kung masyado mataas naman ayaw na negosyante, dito na kayo.
What we're offering kasi is initially what we were being perceived as low cost, and that was the main purpose for them to bring
Are we
it in.
still low cost?
We're not the lowest. We're not the lowest.
No, but for the talent that's available, well, mataas nga actually. You know,
We're not the
starting mo
lowest,
sa BPO, you're talking more than 15. It starts
About-
at 16,
about
17,
16, yeah.
until about 25.
Yes.
That's the lowest. And then it goes up very fast if the person can handle the acceleration.
Yes. But comparing it to other countries, we're not the lowest in terms of cost. the lowest still is another country, India, is lower than us because perhaps of the population and the number of people that they have.
Oh, 1.1
But
and all.
yes, but it's not only cost that we're looking at, that the clients are looking at right now.
What
It's
is it they're
also
looking at?
quality. It's
That's
also
why.
quality
So you're saying
and the
our
kind
quality
of
of
service.
education is very good?
The kind of service that we provide to the clients.
But
It's our
service is
malasakit.
inculcated.
Yes.
Culture natin. But do you know, 40 years ago, a lot of our politicians came from public schools. Today, it's 100%. They're coming from private schools. The concept, the high leverage of students that we were graduating 40 years ago from the public sector were of very high quality. Today, it seems they have slipped. Would you agree with that statement? Not
Where will
necessarily.
you consider UP to be?
I find UP to be in the private sector as much as it's supposed to be a state university. It's a one-off. The only thing I don't like with UP is while I find that the educational stature or where it's positioned is very high, of very good quality, what I cannot seem to stomach is the parents or families that can afford private education force the issue to go into the University of the Philippines when you are actually, with intent, taking the seat away from a scholar who comes from a
Yes.
family that doesn't have money. To me, that is unacceptable. My children wanted to go to UP. Yung isa, both of them tried. The other one had a hard time because of the Tagalog side. But they found it to be of high quality and everything. And I said, a dead no. And they couldn't understand why. I told them simply because I am not going to take a chair away from a scholar that comes from the provinces who have talagang hirap sila.
That's
Di ba?
right. Yeah,
I mean,
that's why.
that kid that got murdered, yung sa Lasal,
Sa
the
Binil.
hazing, the family, the mother and the father owned two bulaluhans in Bicol. Can you imagine?
Wow.
Two restaurants, mid-range to low. Di ba? And they seem to have worked hard because you're talking 100,000 per semester in
Yes.
Lasal.
Yes, that's
Easy
right.
yan, di ba? Well,
That's
yun,
right.
mga 70, 60. Pag HRM, mas mataas pa.
It could reach 100.
See, because of the food and
Yes.
whatever. Can you imagine kung 100, that you're talking 2.5 months, 3 months. Kaawa-awa naman yung dalawang mag-asawa. Pinadadala nila anak nila. I mean, I'm not going to talk about the murder and the hazing, but I'm just saying the fact that you can send, see, they're doing the right. They should go to a public school, sana, that should have been supported.
You
Pero
know,
hindi.
what we've seen, there are public schools that produce very good graduates. I'll give you an example. If you ask many of our BPO companies, where do you get your employees from? What school?
PUP.
Many of them would say PUP.
Well, it's 80,000 population
Exactly.
student. Malaking volume.
Malaking volume.
Ang Lasal, all the schools is only 20, 22.
But
Diba?
PUP, again, going back to the inclusive growth and making sure that those who, why do we get PUP? I'll backtrack a bit. Many of the PUP graduates need a job.
Yes.
They are hungry to find work.
Yes,
They're
that's
more
good.
dedicated. They
Merit.
go the extra mile. Because it helps their families.
But maybe the school also helps match. Does the management of the school help match the students when they graduate?
PUP, for example, PUP has a lot of partnerships. That's similar to the University of Makati. They have a lot of partnerships. And that helps. And that's why we're doing that also. We're trying to get into the schools where service management is being offered. And we have talked to a lot of our member companies so that they will partner with the schools. Because really, if they don't know you, they won't endorse you. That's the fact of the
So what you do, IT BPAP, your business model is to service the clients, but to guide the academe and the employees, the future potential employees. That's the advocacy part. The other side is to sort of guide them. Okay, this is what you need. Dito kayo, imamatch natin kayo.
Okay.
Pero ang business model mo nasa professional side, hindi sa schools.
both.
Both?
Both, yes.
Paano yung business model mo sa kabila?
Okay, so what we do is, in fact, we were just discussing that. No, we looked at the gap. Let's start from the beginning. We looked at the gap to see where our students are lacking, and we
Improve
improved
them,
it by offering these programs. What we need to do now is partner the academe, the school, with the company so that there's a match.
Correct.
So the IT graduates of this school, let's say,
Pero tedious. Ang daming companies, ang daming schools. So, isa-isahin mo, hindi naman. Ang hirap ihima yun.
sa umpisa, isa-isahin mo. Because there's
isa-isahin
no
mo.
proof of concept yet. But we're building the proof of concept. But the graduates
You're
of...
creating it as you go along.
Really.
So as a
That's the
requirement,
BPO side of it. You know,
All right,
one
all
thing
right.
that I've learned over the last couple
you
of
become
years.
the BPO itself
Oh, yes.
as well. You are a business process as well, but you are matching them as the business model.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God,
In
I didn't
fact,
see it that way.
you-
That's
you-
very good.
You know what I've learned
Oh, that's
over
exciting.
these years? What I've learned over these years working in this industry is you don't have to be 100% ready to be able to do
Yes, yes.
because
You
if
just
you
start
wait
out.
if you wait for being 100% ready, you'll never take off.
As the saying goes, you want to finish the house construction.
Yes.
Move in.
Yes,
Para alam mo na on the
exactly.
spot.
You know, my people at IBPAP know me for always saying, touch move yan.
Oh, touch mo.
Tapos
Learn
yes.
and correct.
Let's do it. And
Learn and
we
correct.
enhance it along the way. Because like our service management program, it's not 100%. We haven't
yeah.
tested it. However, we've
Wala
seen
namang
that.
business model na
Oo
ganito.
nga eh.
Wala bang ganyan any other? Sa India, walang ganyan.
Wala. They tried to start it, but
They didn't succeed.
didn't succeed. It's very difficult. We were fortunate because the technical panels of CHED in business and IT, Dr. Toralba and Dr. Tan, supported us with
They
that.
understand it.
They understand it because they are also have corporate experience.
Hindi lang academic.
Hindi lang academic. That's very important. Dr. Tan has experience from LaSalle and also from SM, and Dr.
So,
Toralba is
exposed siya,
MAP. So exposed siya sa business and academe. I think that makes the big difference. I'm both industry
You're
and
both
acad-
also.
Oo.
You worked in the BPO
Oh,
also. You were the
yes.
first, no? It's like mga number
Employee
one.
number
Kasi
one.
teleperformance.
Hindi, Convergys.
Convergys, the
Employee
bigger
number-
one.
Yes,
And
the
I get confused.
55,000.
Ang lalaki naman nila lahat eh. Wala naman outstanding, most outstanding, greatest. It's not a matter good, better, best, correct? What is required is you generate employment. That's nation building.
Yes.
That's what you and I are talking about. It's
Yes.
all about what it can do for a country. Di ba? Basically.
And again, it's not just call centers. We have the back office. You know, your finance and accounting work, that doesn't require voice, but it does require a lot of analysis, pencil pushing. The software
Reports,
industry,
actual.
you have financial closing, your risk management, your accounts payable.
I understand Coca-Cola does all their accounting all over the world, no longer in America.
Here.
Here none, huh? They do it here in the Philippines.
Yes, and we have quite a number of companies that do the business here already because they've seen the model, they've seen the quality of graduates. That's why I always say our limitation to growth is our ability to attract, hire, train, retrain, reskill, and motivate and retain our quality. Retain. That's
So there's
very
progress.
important. Yes.
Penny, we're at the end of the program. You know, biro mo, we're talking 45 minutes. It's like, nag-uumpisa pa lang tayo, parang 2-3 minutes. And that means we'll have to do a second one. And, you know, and keep going because, alam mo, I feel, in all honesty, it's education what
Yes.
we're doing. And without information to the people as we talk. And TV is really a very valuable platform at this point still in the country, while internet will take over eventually as it's slowly doing so. Your message to our viewers.
Again, as I said, the IT BPM industry is growing, and it is not just contact center, but we have other sectors in the IT BPM. And I still encourage the parents and the students and the graduates to consider this industry. There's so much potential in this industry, and this really is for nation building. You know, it's not just what we're doing, it's not just for us now, it's for, I say, my children's children, because the future of our country also depends on the success of this industry. So I encourage you, take a closer look at the IT BPM industry, and I assure you, you won't be disappointed.
Ladies and gentlemen, kita mo, sabi ko sa iyo at the end of the program, what we brought to you is indirectly employment. Alam mo, ang call center, hindi ka call center. For example, yung mga cameramen dito sa studio. If they wanted to work abroad, they no longer need to. If they want to start making 15, 18, 20K per month, umpisa pa lang yan, going up, do you know the service of this can be done here, and only the BPO, ang tawag po ng BPO, transformer lang yan eh, transporter. Parang siya yung sa dagat na umaangat yung barko, kumbaga. Pero narito sa Pilipinas, hindi kailangan lumabas ng bayan. Now, you can continue and study being that engineer, to be that nurse if that's what you want, because after all, you have you want to become an expert in whatever field you have. We're not breaking your dreams. We're not telling you, ikaw, ang gawin mo ito para makapasok ka sa call center. No, mali. Excel in the field, in the industry, in whatever you want. Become the expert there. But learn, please understand, the BPO is but a transporter that makes the job or creates the job opportunity right here in the country. You can be a mechanic. There could be mechanical analysis. You can be a writer. There might be research that's involved. You can be an analyst. Gee, you can be a politician without having to do what I do and always staring the government down. You can do so many things. Be who you are. Be the best of what you are. But open your mind. Alam mo, hindi na call center po yan. BPO ang tawag dyan. BPM. Hindi lang business process management. Now, if you want to learn more about, incidentally, Penny, our viewers, they want to know more about it. So they're excited. Hey, they can use me. I'm in the house, may libre akong oras. My son is graduating, my daughter's graduating. Who do they call to assist them in their inquiries?
Okay, they can send an email to us.
Directly. Makinig po kayo. Sige, sige.
info@ibpap.org.
Can you repeat that slowly again?
info@ibpap.org. O-R-G. Or they can look at our Facebook page.
Mas maganda yan. The Facebook page is?
The Facebook page of Service Management Program.
Service Management Program. That's the 3 words. Just put Service Management Program.
Yes.
Press enter, lalabas na kayo, and then you can message from there.
Yes, then they can send their inquiries there. They can talk to us there. They can send us anything. Anything that you do in Facebook, you can do it there.
You see what I mean? You can even press like if you want.
Oh, yes, please press like. Thank you for saying that. Please press like.
Ladies and gentlemen, this show is not about talking about IT BPAP or business process management. This show is not about generating an awareness necessarily. It's not about promoting the investors that are coming into this country and bringing capital to start employment. It's not necessarily about just the act of deem. You know what this whole show is about? It's about nation building. So do your part. Be part of what's going on. At this point, it's becoming really exciting. Nagfe-frenzy na po yan. So, my gosh, maximize. Jump into it. Reach out to the business management.
Service Management Program.
Service Management Program. Inquire. You can be 60, 70, 20, even 18 years old, 40, 30. Maximize. My gosh, make some money. Let's make money together. Maraming salamat po. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so
Sorry,
much.
I get a little passionate there. You are what you watch.